So, how do you get a woman to like you instantly? It's very easy for women to get us to like them instantly because our attraction to them is mostly based on their physical appearance. As you may have noticed, men turn their head to look at hot women and instantly feel attracted to them based on their looks. I call it insta attraction. A man can look at a woman and instantly say, "Yep, I'd tap that. Yep, I'd have sex with her. Oh, that's girlfriend material." Or, "Oh, marriage material. I'd marry that." We men instantly feel a lot of attraction for a woman based on her looks. Doesn't matter what her name is, what she does for a living, what shoes she's wearing, that stuff doesn't matter. We look at her physical appearance and instantly can decide yes or no whether we'd have sex with her. If a woman is physically attractive, has a fully developed body, and is of breeding age, men will like her instantly. She doesn't really have to do anything other than be of breeding age, be physically attractive, and have a fully developed body. Pretty much every guy that sees her will feel sexually attracted to her. He'll instantly feel attracted and feel motivated to want to have sex with her. He might say, "I want to have a relationship with her," or "I would love to marry her and stay with her for life." But what's going on at a fundamental level is the primary purpose of sexual attraction. And for men, that is to plant their seed into a physically attractive woman who's healthy and of breeding age. If a relationship or marriage happens after the sex, then that's great, but that is not the primary purpose of sexual attraction. It's to get the man to be attracted to the woman, so he then plants his seed and does his part in creating offspring. Here's an example. There's 4 women laying on the beach in their bikinis. You can't really see this woman, but you'll see her in a minute. Pretty much every guy on the planet would have sex with all 4 of these women without even knowing anything else about them other than that they have a fully developed body, they're of breeding age, and they're physically attractive. These 4 women don't have to do anything other than look the way that they look, and guys will instantly be interested in them. Pretty much every guy all over the world would be interested in having sex with these women. All they've got to do is look like that, and guys will instantly feel sexually attracted. Even if a man is a good man and he's thinking of having a relationship with a woman, the sexual attraction that he feels for her is based on planting his seed in her. Anything else that happens after the sex, like a relationship or a marriage or happy family, is secondary. The primary purpose of sexual attraction is to get him to plant his seed. Now, the traditional consequences of sex for men versus women have always been different. In the past, a man could have sex with a woman and then just leave her without having to worry about paying child support or having to go to court and things like that. He could go off and plant his seed in other women. But for women, there's a completely different consequence of sex. She has to carry the baby for 9 months, give birth to the baby, then feed the baby, and then she's going to hope that the man that she has chosen is going to be able to stick around and support her and protect her and make her have a happy life and love her for life, rather than ending up as a single mother who now has to raise the children on her own. Raising the children on her own may not seem like a big deal to men, but there's something else that happens to a woman as a result of getting pregnant. Here are a couple of examples of how a woman's body might look after getting pregnant. So she may not be as attractive to men as she was before. She may have stretch marks, sagging breasts, and her body may not look as good as it used to. Now, just because there's a risk of pregnancy, it doesn't mean that women don't have sex these days. In fact, these days, getting to sex is easier than ever. A study in the UK found that the average amount of men that a woman had sex with before marriage has almost doubled in the last 10 years, from an average of 3.7 men to now 7.7 men. Likewise, an American study found that 55% of couples had sex on the first date. So it's not as if women need to wait a long time before taking the risk to have sex. A European study found that 70% of women admitted to having experienced a one-night stand before, which highlights the fact that if the sexual attraction is strong enough, it will lead to instant sex regardless of the potential long-term consequences. If you want women to like you instantly, you simply need to trigger their feelings of sexual attraction and then guide them towards kissing and sex. If you are displaying personality traits and behaviors that naturally attract women, then women are going to feel attracted to you. That is how it works. It's not possible for a guy to pick up and attract every woman in the world, but it is possible for a guy to attract a high percentage of the women that he interacts with. This is where a lot of guys go wrong when it comes to making women like them instantly. A lot of guys don't understand that most women don't make a decision on who they're going to have sex with simply based on a man's physical appearance. Some women will have sex with a guy simply based on him being good looking, but the majority of women need to interact with a guy first to find out what type of guy he is. So when guys are sitting around thinking, why don't women like me? I like them instantly and I want to have sex with them, but they're not interested in me. The reason why is that most women need to interact with a guy and feel attracted to his personality. She needs to find out what sort of guy he is. Is he a confident guy that can make her feel safe in this world? Or is he a nervous guy? Does he make her laugh and feel happy, or does he make her feel bored? Do people like him, or do a lot of people not like him? Who is she potentially going to get impregnated by? The majority of guys just don't understand the different way that men and women feel attracted to each other. These three guys in the background would happily have sex with her, but she's not going to let all three of these guys blow in her. She's got to find the right guy for her, because even though we have the contraceptive pill and the condom these days, a woman's sexual attraction instinct is based on finding the right mate for her. For example, if this guy is nervous and insecure, these guys are going to be more attractive than him. If this guy can't keep a conversation going and keep it interesting because he's nervous around her and he doubts himself, this guy's going to be more attractive. However, if she liked him, then these guys will usually think, oh, she must think that he's good looking. However, the truth is that most women make their decision on who they're going to have sex with based on the guy's personality, behavior, and inner qualities. Is he a confident guy or a nervous guy? Does he make her laugh and smile and feel good, or does he make her feel bored and awkward? Would she feel safe and protected with him in this world, or would she actually need to take care of him because he's a bit of a wuss and a bit insecure and doesn't feel confident in social situations? Women don't really need to do much other than look the way that they look. The guy is already interested in her and is willing to have sex with her simply based on how she looks. She is a physically attractive woman with a fully developed body of breeding age, and the man's attraction for her is triggered. He feels motivated to want to talk to her and guide her towards sex, and if anything else happens after sex, like a relationship or potentially a marriage, that is a bonus. However, what is driving the guy to want to talk to the woman is his natural instinct to want to plant his seed inside of an attractive woman. Have a look at these four women frolicking along the beach here. Most guys would have sex with all of those women or most of those women. And if we turned three of those women around and had a look at that, pretty much every guy would stick it in each of those women happily. It doesn't matter if she doesn't want a relationship afterwards, doesn't matter what she does for a living, doesn't matter how good she is at keeping a conversation going, he just wants to stick it in there. Even if the guy wants to have a relationship with her afterwards or wants to get married to her, the attraction that he's feeling is based on planting his seed inside of one of those holes. If you have a look at these women here, you don't know anything about them, but you'd most likely have sex with that one on the left there, maybe the blonde one in the middle, and maybe even the one on the right, even though you can't fully see her. How about these four women? Again, most guys will stick it in each of those. Doesn't matter if she doesn't want a relationship afterwards, doesn't matter if she's good at keeping conversations going, doesn't matter what she does for a living. She is a physically attractive woman with a fully developed body of breeding age, so attraction is triggered instantly. Guys can feel that instant attraction for women. We don't need her to take care of us and make us feel protected and safe in this world. We essentially don't need her to do anything other than take our sperm and produce some children. Everything else in addition to that, such as dating and hanging out and laughing and having a good time, is all bonus stuff. It's the cherry on top. However, what's going on at a fundamental level when a guy feels that instant attraction for a woman is, ooh, I'd like to plant my seed in that. He might say to his friend, oh, I'd have sex with her, I'd bang her, I'd tap that. But what's really going on is he instantly feels attracted to her based on her physical appearance, her being physically attractive, having a fully developed body, and being of breeding age. Yes, I want to tap that. He might then say, oh, I want to have a relationship with her too, and I might even want to get married to her, I'd love to take her on holidays. Great, all that stuff is fantastic. However, the attraction that he's feeling instantly and the motivation that he has to want to be with her is simply based on how she looks. She doesn't have to do anything else but look like that. This is the main difference between how men and women feel attracted to each other. Men can stand around dressed up in suits and they can have a great job, but unless they actually go over and interact with a woman and make her feel attracted and turned on during a conversation, she's most likely not going to do anything about it. She's not going to come over to him and say, oh, I like you, I want to have sex with you, and try to hit on him and pick him up and take him home. Some women do that if the guy's very good looking or he's rich or he's famous or whatever, but the majority of women do not do that because they don't want to mistakenly approach a guy who's only confident because she approached him. This happens all over the world where guys feel instant attraction for women and they wonder, why don't women like me the way that I like them? I like her instantly, how can I get her to like me instantly? I've got to try to wear a better shirt or something. Maybe I should go to the gym. Maybe I should get a better job. Then she's going to like me. No, the secret is to actually interact with the woman and make her feel attracted and turned on during a conversation. Guys can sit around and look at women walking past and feel instant attraction for them, but nothing is going to happen unless one of these guys talks to her, makes her feel attracted, and then guides her towards sex. She's not going to turn around and say, "Oh, hello, you two handsome men. Well, can either of you bang me? Are either of you single? Can I take you out sometime?" She's just going to walk along and wait for a confident guy to interact with her, make her feel attracted, and then guide her towards sex. If the guy triggers her feelings of attraction when he interacts with her by being confident, funny, charming, and charismatic, then she's going to have sex with him on the first night that she meets him, or on the first date, second date, or third date, and she's going to hope that one day she doesn't end up like this. However, she can't stop herself from feeling attracted when a guy interacts with her and displays traits that make her feel sexually attracted. Guys can make women feel instantly attracted to them if they interact with women and display traits such as confidence, charisma, charm, humor, emotional masculinity, social intelligence, and so on. All a guy has to do is interact with a woman and let her experience his attractive personality traits, behaviors, and inequalities. If a guy does that, a woman will feel attracted to him instantly. The reason why a lot of guys fail when they try to get a woman to like them instantly is that they present traits that don't make the woman feel sexually attracted and turned on. You see, for the guy, he's able to look at a woman and say, "Yep, I like her. I like the way she looks. I'm interested. Let's see what we can do with this." However, for the woman, she needs to be able to feel sexually attracted and turned on by the guy based on how he talks to her and reacts to her, how he responds to her. When she tests his confidence by playing hard to get, how does he react? Does he become nervous and doubt himself? Or does he remain confident? Is he an emotionally strong man that she could rely on if she hooked up with him? Or is he a nervous, insecure guy that she would need to take care of? Here's an example to put it in perspective for you. Have a look at these two male identical twins. Now, which one of these twins is going to turn women on more? Twin number one is friendly but a little bit shy. He doubts that the woman will like him and holds back on using humor and being his real self around her because he's afraid of being judged or rejected by her. In other words, he puts on an act of being someone that he's not and hopes to be chosen for being a nice guy. On the other hand, twin number two is confident, charismatic, charming, and funny. He expresses himself in a confident, masculine way during conversation and lets his real, unfiltered personality come through. Both of them essentially look the same, right? But they have different personality traits and behaviors. One is a little bit shy and insecure, and the other guy is confident and charismatic because he lets his real personality come through. Which of the identical twins is going to be more sexually attractive to women? Obviously, it's twin number two. Twin number two will be more sexually attractive because women are attracted to the emotional strengths of men, such as confidence and high self-esteem, and turned off by emotional weaknesses, such as shyness, insecurity, and self-doubt. So why are women sexually attracted and turned on by a guy's emotional strength while they interact with him? The way that a woman's attraction works is that she instinctively tries to find a guy who is emotionally strong and can handle the challenges of life, rather than hooking up with a guy who she will need to protect and take care of. She wants a man that she can rely on, rather than having to be the emotionally strong one and take care of her guy the way that a mother would take care of her son, or that a big sister would take care of her little brother. Even though women can feel attracted to a man's looks, the majority of women make their decision on who they're going to have sex with based on how the guy makes her feel during an interaction. As you may have noticed, a woman might be talking to a guy and getting along well with him, but as he begins to display some insecurity during the conversation, she loses interest and then becomes interested in another guy. The other guy doesn't even have to be the most confident guy in the world, but he is making her feel attracted by being more confident than the guy she was speaking to. He can then also make her feel more attracted to him by making her laugh, being charming, being charismatic, and so on. This is a fact about attraction that most guys simply don't understand or accept. Most guys go through life thinking that women feel attracted to men in the same way that men feel attracted to women. In other words, we feel attracted to women instantly, and when women don't like us back instantly, we feel like, oh, it must be because we're not good looking enough. But that isn't how it works. To make a woman like you instantly, you need to interact with her and display traits that make women feel sexually attracted and turned on. That's not to say that a guy can pick up every woman in the world if he simply displays attractive traits. What it means is that a guy can attract most, many, or at least a high percentage of the women that he meets, including beautiful women, by displaying personality traits, behaviors, and inner qualities that naturally attract women. For example, confidence, being funny, being emotionally masculine, having social intelligence, being charming and charismatic. Even if a guy doesn't want to impregnate a woman or have a family or anything like that, his attraction is still based on a simple question. Would I plant my seed in that? Do I want to plant my seed in her? Is she good enough to have my seed? Right? It's basically a yes or no answer. Is she healthy looking? Is she going to be able to carry a child and give birth to that child and then be around long enough to take care of that child? All of that analysis is done by our body and our instincts instantly, even if a guy doesn't want to have babies or start a family. Basically, our attraction is based on the simple question of, would I plant my seed in that? However, for women, it's based on a different question. When she's presented with a guy, she has to ask the question, would I let him plant his seed in me? Because what sort of guy is he? Is he going to be the sort of guy that she can rely on? Is she going to feel safe with him? Is he an emotionally strong man who can get along with other people? Or is he an emotionally weak man who is going to need her to keep pushing him along and encouraging him and basically taking on the role of a mother with her son or a big sister with her little brother? Is he a man that she can look up to and rely on, or is he the sort of guy that she's going to have to take care of? The majority of guys use the wrong approach when they try to get a woman to like them instantly. A guy will start interacting with a woman and he'll try to show her that he's a nice guy, he's a good guy, he's got good intentions, he's intelligent, and he just wants to do the right thing with her. And it's all great. He's just presenting, hey look, I'm a good guy, I'm friendly, you can rely on me, you can trust me, I like you, let's try to get something happening here. But what he's missing is the most important step of all, which is to make the woman feel sexually attracted and turned on by him. She's got to be able to feel that instinctive sexual attraction for him, where her instincts are saying, yes, this is a guy that you could breed with, even if she doesn't want to have babies or start a family or anything like that. Her attraction is based on her instincts saying, yes, this is a good potential mate. What a lot of guys don't understand is that women do appreciate it if a guy is nice and he has good intentions and he's intelligent. However, those things don't matter to a woman prior to her feeling that instinctive sexual attraction for him. If you want to make a woman like you instantly, you must begin by making her feel that instinctive sexual attraction for you. And you can do that very easily. For example, women from all over the world are attracted to guys who are confident, masculine, funny, unpredictable, charming, sexual, charismatic, and socially intelligent. So if you want to get a woman to like you instantly, you just need to display some or all of those traits. And if you don't know what to say or do to display those traits when you're interacting with women, I recommend that you read my ebook, The Flow, or listen to the brand new audiobook version, The Flow on Audio. The Flow is the easiest way to get laid or get a girlfriend. And the best thing of all is that most guys do not know about this. Most guys think that they either have to be really nice to a woman, very polite, try to show her that they've got good intentions, and then they might be able to get a chance with her. Or they have to be really good looking, really rich and famous and have a perfect body and have a huge dick and drive a sports car and have a luxury yacht, and then maybe women will like them. No. It's much more simple than that. All you have to do to get a woman to like you instantly is start an interaction with her and display traits that make her feel that instinctive sexual attraction. The best way to do that is not to stand around or sit around hoping that women notice you or hoping that you're wearing the right shirt or have got the right haircut now. The best way to get a woman to like you instantly and then want to be your girlfriend or at least have sex with you is to talk to her and make her feel attracted during the conversation. You can do that by displaying traits that naturally make women feel attracted and turned on by a guy. You can actually do that. The amount of attraction that a woman feels for you is pretty much within your control. A guy can't pick up every woman in the world by making women feel attracted to his personality, behavior, and inner qualities. However, he can pick up most, many, or at least a high percentage of the women that he meets if he's able to actively make women feel attracted to him by displaying traits that make women feel attracted and turned on. The better a guy is at displaying confidence and getting women laughing and being charismatic and charming, the higher quality of woman that he's going to be able to attract and keep. If you want to make women like you instantly, you must focus on making them feel attracted while you talk to them. You've got to display traits that make women feel attracted and turned on. As soon as you start doing that with 1 or 2 or 3 women, you will realize that most women are way easier to attract and pick up than they make themselves out to be. A lot of women act like they're really hard to get and no guy could ever have sex with her, and a guy's going to have to jump through all sorts of hoops before he gets a chance with her. However, all it usually takes is a spark of attraction, and then the guy simply needs to build on that attraction and guide the woman towards kissing sex and into a relationship.